This spot is just so crazy. Like, so in the morning I'll make some coffee, I'll open this door, and I walk out. It's like, there it is, the Rio Grande River. My name's Tom, and I'm leaving the grind behind and hitting the road in search of adventure in my custom tiny studio on wheels. Welcome to Casa Nowhere. Don't forget to subscribe. You wouldn't want to miss anything. Well, hello, Internet. I am back with another video. You may recall when I left you, I had teased an amazing campsite that I found outside of Taos, New Mexico. I said I'd show you more in this video, and show you I shall. It was an amazing spot. However, I had mentioned a couple videos back that I've been juggling a sinus infection, and when I was there, it was at its worst. So I apologize in advance. I sound horrible, I look horrible, but let's just get to it. This amazing spot overlooking the Rio Grande Gorge outside of Taos, New Mexico. So I just finally got set up. Took me a little while to get my internet working, but I'm now sitting here in this awesome spot, drinking a coffee. So this site is clearly incredible. However, it does have one downside. The internet here is definitely very iffy. Yesterday I did some tests, it was working fine. It was going to be good enough for me to work from here. However, it was more humid yesterday, and today it's working a little less well. So there are two other sites that I want to go check out that are very close to here. I'm going to ride the bike up and check them out, see if maybe they don't have a similar view but slightly better internet. So let's go have a look. All right, let's go have a look at these other couple sites and just a general look around this general vicinity. All right, I think we're up to where these sites might be. Right here I have definitely better internet. Also just scoping to make sure it seems doable with the rig. I'd say that's a pretty good view. So yeah, it looks like neither of these are taken. I have way better internet here. Not quite as pretty as where I am now, but it's not too shabby. All right, so I am at the new spot. As you can see, still an epic view. You can see this thunderstorm coming way off in the distance. This spot might actually be more pleasant. I see less houses and civilization and stuff. This spot is just so crazy. Like, So in the morning, I'll make some coffee, I'll open this door, and I walk out. It's like, there it is. The Rio Grande River. That's the loudest sound at night, too. All I hear is the river. Right now you might hear a bird or an insect, but at night all you hear is the river. It's all encompassing. Even when I'm in the trailer, like I can feel that it's right here. Like I'm part of the landscape. I'm slowly being sucked down into the gorge and the river. I don't even know how to describe it. This place is surreal. Time feels like it's moving slower. I can see storms on the horizon. I can see them raining. I can see thunder. And occasionally they'll even pass and not even hit me. And I can see them cross this gorge. And then there'll be a rainbow. You'll see a storm an hour before it hits you. Like everything here is on this river time. Yeah, I don't know. It's an amazing spot, but it's also intense. I can definitely see why on most of the apps, very few people stayed here more than 4 days. It's very isolated. It's hard to get in here. It's a good little dirt road ride, and you have to get pretty far out of town to hit the right dirt road. But look at it. That spot was amazing. However, you can see, especially at the end there, I was hurting. About halfway through my stay there, I ran out of Sudafed. I had to make the insane trek back to town. And then a couple days later, I started noticing, my eyes were watering and itchy. I also have some sort of hay fever allergy to something in the environment out here, which is something I've never had to deal with before. Rather than make the long trek into town just to get sinus medicine, I decided to take off and find a spot that was closer to town so that I could go to the pharmacy, and just in case I had to go make a doctor's appointment or something, it would be easier. So I found a spot just outside of Santa Fe that would be close to town where I could do laundry, go to the pharmacy, and if I needed to, I'd be close to doctor or urgent care. On my way there, however, I made a little detour and went to Los Alamos. It is amazing country around there, but man, was it a steep climb up to Los Alamos. But there was a practical yet quirky landmark that I wanted to check out. So this is pretty cool. They took the old guard shack from the Los Alamos facility and turned it into a little rest stop. Those are restrooms, and they have an RV dump and fill back there. I like it. Honestly, I probably burned enough gas going up that hill to Palo Alto that it would have been cheaper to just go to a pay dump station without taking the detour. However, I have always been very interested in the whole Manhattan Project and Oppenheimer and all that. So it was very cool to see that piece of history. And I think it's amazing that they turned it into a rest stop and free RV dump station and water fill. And from there, it was a fairly short drive to Santa Fe. Now, this spot in Santa Fe, it's very easy to get into, very close to all the amenities of Santa Fe. So, of course, it's pretty crowded. And it's not the prettiest place I have been. However, I did see some pretty cool things there. I went to the laundromat, and I came back, and there was about 1.5 inches of hail on the ground. It was almost like snow. I was slipping around a little bit on the roads, and then The next morning, I was taking off for my next spot, and there was cowboys driving cattle right past my campsite. That was a new one. It was also a very cool way to start what would turn out to be quite a long and interesting, we'll say, day. I did not get to the campsite I was trying to get to that day. However, I did eventually get there, and it is pretty epic. But more about that in the next video. As always, thank you for watching, and have a good one. If you made it this far, why not go ahead and hit that like button? I sure would appreciate it.